like, that's why you really want that precision with your mixing, with your blending, because that can mean the difference between a cake that rises or a cake that falls, right?
Yeah,
And the
totally.
inconsistency is what makes you quit. And we have so many kids that have fallen in love with baking from all the shows on
You
TV.
read my mind.
And they get it, right? They get
do.
it that if they just follow the rules and use something great like this, the results are better. Everybody gives you all the praise. And ask any cook why they really cook. It's the praise. We get addicted to it.
You're
But
right.
with this mixer, it's going to give you those results that you want.
It's true, but you know, Marion makes an excellent point. You can't turn on whether it's a Food Network. I mean, there are all these baking challenges, the Great Cupcake Bake Off. There are whole stores that are devoted to
You were a judge
specialty
on one.
cookies.
Oh, yeah, many
were you
times.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Kids, for the kids.
Oh, no kidding.
They always ask me to be a judge, but I'm busy, so.
Right. I know, but remember again, you're in complete control, twice as nice.
Yeah.
So now when do you like to use those dough hooks?
Well, if you're any kind of dough
Any
you
kind of
make,
dough.
you know, anything heavy.
Could I
if
do,
it
like,
has something
meatloafs and stuff
light,
in here, too?
yeah, you know, for sure. If there's anything light, like the egg whites,
You want
you
the
use the
whisk.
whisks.
Right, makes sense. And the other thing I'll just tell you, you guys can kind of see there's like this little post, and Marion, correct me if I'm wrong, but
When
just
you've
kind of
done it on,
snap
Marion?
on the top.
They just kind of drop on. and
Right,
it's
so, because a lot of people ask, and it's really easy to clean. Ooh, I'm gonna have some of that cookie batter.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm gonna have a whole thing of that. But the different
Okay,
attachments,
you're
I'll show
gonna
you
go
again.
around and turn it on. I cannot see around the corner. Just go on the other side.
I want to put on your glasses. I want those glasses. I
Okay,
gotta tell you,
alright.
they're really cool.
You can have whatever you want.
Can I get that in writing? No one ever
Okay,
tells me that.
now Marianne is turning it on because I cannot see through the machine.
So it's 11 minutes to mix.
Okay.
And then your speed is down here. So when it's flashing, it means we're supposed to do something to that part. So we set our time, and then you come down here, and here's your speeds. It'll illuminate. So this already is set to speed 2, and then we can go all the way up to speed 5. And you
Don't
control
put it 5.
here
This
and
is
here.
a dough.
No,
so.
Jefe, I wouldn't.
Okay, good.
And I'll actually go down to 1. So this is speed 1.
Okay, good.
And here we're
Perfect.
going to go up. You want me to go up now or
Go
no?
to 2
This is 2.
because I'm leaving
It's
tomorrow.
nice and gentle.
You are leaving
Yeah,
tomorrow.
so we don't want to finish it next week.
And the honey's
Right.
in the bottom of that one.
Okay, now remember, you can use it with or without the splatter guard. We generally
Yeah.
take it off to make it a
With
little
or
easier.
without the scraper to around.
Right, oh, thank you. Or with or without the scraper. I'll show you the attachments again.
Here's Shannon.
And we are busy. Oh, thank you. Okay, so twice as nice. So you get the paddles, you get the dough hook, and you also get this little housing. And the housing is where those different attachments pop out. You can use it with the scrapers or without. So again, remember this, you know, that's your little center post, and they just pop right on. Everything washes out very, very easily. So you pick the red or the black. The red is the most popular. You also get another scraper if you so choose to use it. That is a stainless steel bowl. Oh, thank you, Marion. A stainless steel bowl. And then you do get some great little recipes that are included. Ooh, this is a new one. How do I pronounce that?
Well, sachertorte. Sachertorte is a chocolate cake, traditional Viennese chocolate torte.
Oh, no kidding.
So you bake it and then you have a chocolate glaze over it. You cut it in half and you fill it with apricot marmalade.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
I might
that's
have to do
Sacher.
that.
Edward Sacher used to be the pastry chef to the Austrian emperor in 1890 or so.
Well, and Wolfgang puts all those little tips and tricks in your recipe book / instruction manual as well. So 'tis the season, you know very well, we are doing more baking over the next 6 weeks than we do probably for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing your baking right now, because either A, you've got the hand mixer that you can't do things like this, or B, you've got that really big stand mixer, and no disrespect, but it does take up a lot of real estate in your home. This, I think, has a nice little footprint. One quick aside that I personally like, and Marion, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but again, the big mixers are great, but the platform, this will fit underneath my countertop.
Easily.
You know what I mean? Because some of them, they have to have like a special cabinet.
But it
that's
has
built.
also the feet to really adhere to your...
Really good suction cup.
Yeah, really good suction
Anchors
set.
it.
And don't have to ask my husband to come lift it up out of the cabinet.
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so true. So it really does make it easy to, to access everything, to add your ingredients. It's a whole lot easier because you don't have to lift the whole platform up or basically fight with that big head that's on a traditional stand mixer. And remember, you are still in complete control.
Yeah.
You're getting free shipping. You're getting that sale price. Don't forget, you're also getting our extended holiday return policy. So you could get this at home and you could do all of your cookie exchanges. You could do your fruit cakes, all of your specialty cakes and breads and meringues, and still have until the end of January to return it. And Marion, like you said, twice as nice. That's that hub, right?
This is that power section where you hook the different attachments into, but twice as nice, right? Because it's twice as fast, so your results are twice as done, or fast done. But I love that Wolfgang gave the scrapers. There's nothing worse when you read in the directions for cheesecake and it tells you to scrape it 5 different times. It's like, forget it. But Wolfgang added scrapers. So if you were using this, here's what's so cool. This scrapes this side of the bowl, this scrapes the other, and this genius scrapes the center post. But look at even on the dough hooks. See the little black part? That's a dough scraper. So you're not stuck getting in there with a spatula. And on bread dough, it's heavy, it's hard
that's true.
to do. So to have that kind of feature, it speeds you through the process of baking. You get all the glory and you get so much less of the drudgery.
No, that makes sense. And you know, I think dough is a good example because Wolf, you can actually overwork a dough as well, right? And this, you're doing pretty good. You're doing that backwards and upside down. I'm kind of impressed with you.
Thank you.
You Harvard man, you Hall of Famer.
I learned that in school, huh?
So you say.
So she said.
So you say. But notice again, there's no waste. So those scrapers really do play an important role. I hope that you try this. Remember, it works hand in hand with the bakeware that is now in final call. It works hand in hand with our decorating set that is also in sellout quantities. Wolf, and we can just show everybody what you just did. That center post, that's where those heads pop in and out. So
you can see this part here. So this gonna stay here. Now, obviously, I'm gonna put that in this. This is too small. We are probably gonna need
another one?
2.
Okay. Now, remember that loaf pan is part of the baking set.
Because this is a yeast dough, so we're gonna have to let it rise before we bake it. So put it in a warm place, cover it with a wet towel, and that's all you have to do.
And that's it. And now remember, that's just one of the pieces that you get in the baking set that is on sale, tonight. I hope that you try it. You know you're gonna be doing more baking, more entertaining, more cooking.
Key lime pie with a little meringue on top. Look at it. So we're gonna put that after on the broiler or in a really hot oven.
Now, I would imagine even meringues are faster with that double balloon whisk.
Oh, totally faster, totally easier to do.
Nice. Does that design also help whip more air in as well?
Because you have 2 whisks instead of 1.
Makes sense.
They have the planetary motion. It really helps to make it really beautiful, airy.
Boy, it really does. So you get those light and fluffy results. Even if you're doing something like a divinity, or if you're doing something that's heavy, like a really nice peanut butter chocolate chunk cookie recipe, where you've got like all those, you know, big, heavy ingredients that would burn out most mixers, basically. And Marion, that's just it. You've worked with a lot of different mixers, obviously. I know, I can always tell you have a lot of fun with this one. I really can. And it's really the details that make the difference, isn't it?
I think what it is a chef who, first of all, is so passionate about his desserts. But of course he's gonna pay special attention to a mixer because he wants it to be just right, because then he gets more sweets. But he takes all the knowledge from the restaurant, and then because he comes here and listens to you, I think that's that genius where the appliances become so good, Shannon, where they help us. And every time you use something like this, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I have this. It just makes it better.
It's so true. And one of the things that I hope you heard Marion say, Wolf has a notorious sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah.
Like a notorious sweet tooth.
How are the young ladies doing?
See, he's already celebrating.
Look at that, the decorators.
There was a time when I
very
made
nice.
custard.
Wow.
He ate almost half of it this
Like
way.
little jewelry.
I bet he
You could
did.
make a pendant for that. Put it on a chain and voila. No? No?
We could try.
Okay, try.
See, you know, Becca, I don't know if the judge can be swayed, though. You know, Becca, you know, has, I don't know, the privilege or the unfortunate circumstance of doing a lot of cooking shows with me. But So,
Yeah.
Wolf, are you going to vote?
They are certainly the best looking decorators. So
Hey, flattery will get you everywhere here.
Which
at
is
HSN.
important. So I think it looks good so far.
It does indeed. And so
All
I
right, so
think
just use it a little at a time. You know, when you do that, if you have it down here, you can hold it with one hand. See, then you can use little.
and
Or
by the
bigger
way,
or smaller. But just when you have the big one, it's maybe a little harder if you're not used to it. For
Right.
me, it's okay.
hey, I should point out all of those decorating tips in that pastry bag are coming up in just a moment. In just a moment. You know what? You're pretty good at this.
Yeah, I'm learning.
You might want to
I
consider.
learned from Marianne.
Yeah, really?
She showed me everything I know.
Do you want to make your mousse where you're making the chocolate with the whipped cream?
Even mashed potatoes we have in
Mom.
here. Wow, let me look in this here. Did you turn that on here or no?
When I say Wolfgang